as fuck, that's nothing new.
On my neck, on my necklace, on my neck, on my neck, on my necklace. Check the check, check the check, check the checklist. Check the check, we check the check, check the checklist.
Silly goose, I'm pouring juice with fine shit. Yeah, who are you? Cause I'm the glue of my shit. Pour another line, fuck a good. Playing both sides, that won't turn out good. Chasing another high. Standing in the rain, it's a fox fire. Shawty give me brain, talking Oxford. Yeah, H2O, I got one time.
On my neck, on my necklace, on my neck, on my neck, on my necklace. Check the check, check the check, check the checklist. Check the check, check the check, check the checklist. On my neck, on my necklace, on my neck, on my neck, on my necklace. Check the check, check the check, check the checklist. Check the check, we check the check, check the checklist.
All black, for sure 900 rags. Middle East go double that. On my neck a bubble back. On my wrist new Cadillac. Cause I all don't want a bag. Little bitch, I'm a superstar. These hoes wanna fuck my car. My dog put a nigga in park. Gotta watch out for the noise.
You got it, man. We're a study group.
Ay, on the floor of a perk, need Narcan. He can't, she can't, but they know I can. I don't eat perks, no, I only eat Zans. You ain't got niche, no, you don't touch bands. I got the food to make the whole strip run laps. No, you never shot a gun, only just shot cap. I don't need what they want, no, I got that. Attracted to the fruit, smoke like a fruit bat. Orgasm blush, man, I'm in it till it's finished. I'm a loser, but I can't stop winning. I think about my future, I gotta start singing. Man, addicted to the music, can't start singing. And I can't stop, I crush the blow rock. Man, I do the whole thing before the sun's up. Man, I can't stop, I crush the blow rock. Man, I do the whole thing before the sun's up. Man, singing, 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 man. The whole strip run laps. No, you never shot a gun, only just shot cap. I don't need what they want, no, I got that. Attracted to the fruit, smoke like a fruit bat.
On the floor of a perk, need Narcan. He can't, she can't, but they know I can. I don't eat perks, no, I only eat Zans. got niche, no you don't touch bands. I got the food to make the whole strip run laps. No you never shot a gun, only just shot cap. I don't need what they want, no I got that. Attracted to the fruit, smoke like a fruit bat.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are back. We are back to a new week here. Am I muted on Discord? All right. Yo, is that double audio? Chad, you guys hear the music or no? On Friday, there's no music playing. Let's see. On Friday. What if I max it out?
H2O, I got one time. On my neck, on my necklace, on my neck, on my neck.
Alright, lit. I just wanted to fix that. Chat, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Discord, everything should be set here. Alright. So we got some do we have news today? No news today. You got you have no news this week, right? I think this week is like a very like chill week. You don't really got that much red folders. Maybe core PPI, and then I think that was it. Just one thing this week. So yeah, it's a pretty chill like newsless week. But we can still get some volume, right? Coming in to the markets. What happened yet? Was there a gap yesterday? It looks like there was like a, what do you call it? A gap down from market opening, right? This was like, 200 pip, or maybe more actually, 700 pip gap down. which then flip the monthly. Right, that flip the monthly. Close. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, you came close to flipping the monthly, I think, here. Or eventually it ended up flipping the monthly as it came down on the opening. Right, I think it was down here. Yeah, which means monthly flipped. All right, cool. It's good to know. But yeah, you had that gap down market open yesterday, and then you kind of just started correcting the move. I don't know if you came all the way right back up to the opening of the candle again, and then you've just been ranging since. So yeah, nothing much has really happened aside from Asian. London was just kind of in the range since, and I guess NY is just waiting for a breakout now at this point. So that's pretty good in terms of volume, because usually if you don't get like movements throughout the NY session or Asia and London, usually NY will pick up for you. Or at least like if you get volume at Asian and then there's like a little gap from London, New York will usually pick up. And I would assume early too into the session, right? But yeah, let's see where price is at here. So it looks like you're in that range. This. Yeah, it looks like you're just in this range here. What else could I add? I could add maybe a support zone somewhere. Maybe somewhere here. 46.70. Maybe further down here. 46.59. How far is this? 470 pips, not too bad. Yeah, it's a little like I do like this. I like this in the 4. I like how you like you're still making higher lows, right, which is good, but this is actually from like at least if you focus on just this move on down, you do have a bit of structure coming down too. Like you do have some, like these are your highs, right? Lower lows, lower highs, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So I like this idea here where you kind of did break the previous structure, which is this, right? Now you're making like this is a lower high, so if this could come back down and re-break the lows, this can actually take you down towards the overall previous lower low or higher low, which was here. This is your next zone. All right, so if you make your way down towards here to re-break this, you're like right there compared to, right there to breaking the previous higher low. And that's very important because if you break the previous higher low, I mean, it doesn't automatically mean that you can like come straight down, but like very high chance that after that you can get a continuation below there towards this range here, right back into the range fill, and yeah, you have a lot of range in that area, right? So this is why this is important. Like I do like this structure. It is starting to like kind of slow down as well within this area, slowing down a little bit. You have like a bit of structure starting to form, coming down slowly, so that's good. Mic might be too loud here, but yeah, you have that, and then hold on, mic check, 1 2, mic check, that's good. You have that, and then yeah, how far is this? This is from here to the previous lower low will be 600 pips here, so it's not bad. So could we add something within these areas next? Oh, also, I think we were looking for something here on Friday, right? Thursday, Friday. we had like a range here, and we're looking to see if we can like kind of pop back into that range there. Because if you could start making your way back into this range here, you have like this range fill, which is this gonna be that same 4-hour zone? Yeah, it's the previous higher low too. So what are the odds that as you break back into this range here, right? Obviously price is above it now, but if it were to continue back below these areas, especially below here, the previous lower low, then you can probably get continuations back into this entire range in general, and that takes you right down towards the 4-hour previous higher low, right? Which breaks that structure. If you break that structure, then you're starting to break back into this range, which is the same thing that's happening on the 1-hour time frame, right? See how you're like, you got a range here, and then like that's, you had a pop above, right? A bit of structure, and then you pop back into the range. It's the same thing that's happening on the 30, right? This is your range here. You have to pop up, right? Over here, pop up, like a little bit of like structure coming down, and then over here you got potential fago if it breaks back into the range, right? It's literally the exact same thing that's being printed on both of those time frames there. So yeah, this is good to know. 46, like obviously, what are the odds that you come down today? I mean, that's 15,000 points is like 1,500 pips. I mean, that's not too bad, right? But obviously, like looking at the 1,500 pip range, conditions have slowed down a little bit. You probably noticed that too, right? Over the last couple of days here, especially since compared to like, what was it, March, right? February, March, things were going crazy. So it's slowed down a little bit, but it doesn't mean you're not gonna get the same like equivalent like candle movements, right? You might still get the same kind of movements on like the smaller time, for like on the minute. You might still see like, you're still gonna see like this range here, and then you'll see like a pump or like a drop, right? Let's say you get a pop, right? It's still the same candle. It just might not be 4,000 pips. It might be 750 pips, right? Like a quarter of what it would usually move. But it will still give you that movement, right? It will still give you the ranges. It'll still give you the drives, range, liquidity. It's still going to give you that, all that structure. So I think if you understand that concept, you don't focus too much on the pips. Like pips distance doesn't matter really, right? In the matter if it's like 4,000 pip stop loss or like 400 pip stop loss, it's the same shit. It doesn't really change anything, right? It'll give you less pips now, but you can also risk more now, right? Because the stops are less. So yeah, this is only like 1,500 pips, right? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that this 1,500 pip range was maybe like a 5-minute range, right? So yeah, 46.93. Like, I mean, I'll leave this down here, but actually, let's see. Do I leave this down here? Should I break it up? Let's see. $46.19, $3.11. Yeah, let's leave this here. $46.83, I'll leave that there. I think that's pretty important. If you start breaking below there, we start like hunting. From where you are right now, it's sitting like 340 pips away. So yeah, still require a bit of volume here, right? You're kind of just stuck in this range here, which is, I think, 300 pip range as well. 320 pip range. So that's good. So yeah, if you were to break back into that range, you can probably look for opportunities within this area coming down. You have a leg kind of right there on the 1, so maybe we take advantage of that. Maybe not the exactly the perfect leg candle, but it's like, you can probably treat it as one, so that's good. And then if you were to continue up, when could we get buys? How far is this? 850, 860. Let's just make our lives easier and draw a candle here. Which means if you break this, you'll probably get a pop. So hold on. Let's go here to, if I draw on trading view, it's gonna stay there, right? I don't even know how to draw this on trading view. The rotator rectangle. All right, no size. This is leave it like that. You get the idea, right? So it's just like to make our lives easier, just to like draw candles in, because when prices give you enough price action, you just kind of draw it in. It'll give you enough confirmations. So yeah, we'll draw that in there, and then to kind of fill the gap, right? Because like when you have a gap, it's just like a candle, right? Just draw a candle in. That's what happens. So when like you're gonna when you see price come up to fill those areas, right? Like your next resistance is like roughly here, right at the top of that candle, basically right below that bullish one right there. So like you'll see some struggle there, right? You already made a high here, so I'm assuming if you re-break the highs again, you'll get a pop, which I'm looking forward to see if we can get a buy in that area above these highs there. 47, 42, you have like 90 pip range up until like the next like minor resistance, like right here, right? So if you break these highs here above here, then you can look for ideas within that range to fill that the rest of that clean traffic candle, because you didn't fill that earlier, and then also the top of the range, right? So yeah, that could be ideas for buys. You have some volume coming in right now too, just in time, so that's good. So yeah, whether you can break above here would be very interesting to see, right? Above 47.40. And then yeah, basically obviously it doesn't just come down to like a buy stop right here. Like how does it come up there really matters too, in terms of volume. But yeah, you do want to see a volume kind of set in, right? If it comes up slowly, or it comes up and then it slows down, then we'll wait for like a second re-break, which means that wait for price to break this, pull back, re-break again. So a bit more structure, but as of right now, it should be good. 47.40, right? That's if you get the continuation of buys, right? And then what's next after that is there you go. Yes, sir. What's next? After that will be continuation of sells, right? So if you were to kind of like make your way down below into 46.83, then we can look for continuation of sells. We can also look for sells below here, not from here though. Like only if price were to come up for me above like here, right? So let's say you come up towards like those areas and then you shift down. Okay, sure, right? Back into the yellow zone, you have some ideas to continue, right? But if it's like if you come down from here, like no, I'll just let price come down towards 47.83, and then below there you want to see confirmation. So you want to see like price holding the ranges for continuing down, right? 46.19 zones. I also wonder if we can get some wick entry sells, but it might be a little too early. How much did you really drop down here? 2,000 pips. It's not bad. What do we have here? We have 46. We have 47.40, right? So let's just add this up. So 47.40, 831. So yeah, some volume coming up here. This is good. 46.83. $46.19. $45.52. Let. All right, chat. So yeah, I think I'll leave it as that. So based on how we come up here, 47.41, there could be some ideas above that area, right? Above there until like here is like 100 range, or we can also look for just the wick entry sells. I have wick entry sell ideas. I think the zone was like a little above that area. Right here, there's no top wick zone here. Right there, off of that zone, 61. Yeah, let's see how it comes up here towards 41 here, but yeah, there could be ideas for buys here. If not, then we can get some wick entry sells at 47.60 on the way down. All right, so I think like pretty straightforward day. It's just volume. You haven't had like volume since the Asian opening, right? Like London kind of range. So NY should be able to like pick up for the day, because there's like a long break between the sessions, and you have a good sign of volume already. Now it's just a matter of like continuation, right? Like continuation of volume, and then direction after that, hopefully. But you have no folders today, so it's just like pure price. Go to indicators, add this, was found it. It fills a gap with the candle for you. Jeez, CG gap filling. Visible candle. Oh shit, that ass. It just fills it for you. But I want to know though. I want to know like which ones are actually gap. Like there's an actual gap there. That's cool. I didn't know that. All right, chat. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Maybe we'll get some early ideas today. Oh, I gotta get rid of trades taken. Trades taken. What is the record? Yeah. Should be up to date. This weekend felt super long. Birthday was good. This is a lot of food. So you don't think we can be lower high to drive up? Lower high. Wouldn't lower high be lower high, lower lows to drop down? I mean, like maybe higher low to drop up. It could. I have buys ideas and sell ideas here. I have like, I think it's one of those rare occurrences where we have like 47.40. Depending on how like from here up it goes, because I don't know if it's gonna go up from here, right? But if it were to come up and break that high, we could get ideas above there, or we can also get wick entry sells here. We just wait for those instead. After filling that range there, I like 47.60. Wick entry sells, that might be the better play to be honest, but it's like 180 pip, 109 pip range, right? Let's see how much our stops are even. If we get that, assuming this is the first breakout, right? First breakout can lead to a fake out, so you get like some structure, some higher lows being created on the way up here. The only issue is that you're like 300 pips away, so it's kind of far right now at least. The stops are pretty tight here. 1,400 pips. Or we can extend it here for 17. $1,200 here. Yeah, 1,600. Oh no, I lied. It's up here, right? 1,300, 1,400 pips. So it's a lot tighter. Yeah, most 1,400. So the ranges are slowing down for sure. You need to disable extend right. Oh, for the drawing. Whether they just woke up, because I just woke up, man. What time y'all think it is over here? Well, what do you think about support around 4,700 or 4,710? It's been holding for 4 to 5 hours. Hours don't mean shit in trading, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been holding for. It can hold for like 25 years and come down within a 1 minute candle. Time is irrelevant to to charts and when it moves and how it moves. It's just pay attention to like the structure, right? It's like 47.10. How strong of a zone is that? I wouldn't say it's that strong. Like if you were to come down to 47.10 right here. Yeah, I don't think it's that strong of a zone. I think like it could pop price up towards like these areas, but if you were to ask me like, is it enough to like give price direction? I don't think this low. I think if you come up here, let's say you pop up, and then you create structure again, I think that's gonna give this a better, much better like probability to probably hold. Like that is gonna be the low, but I wouldn't know until you actually come up and create more structure. All right, this is pushing. Let's see, 47.41. You're like right there. I'm tired. Holy, I'm gonna get my coffee check. All right, let's see what happens here. Could be a little lower, 57173. That's like down here. So from where you are, it's gonna require like 270 pip pop. There's some minor zones still left over here as well. But you're picking up. 4-hour close, like doji here, right? Yeah, like back-to-back doji candles. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Morning, everyone. Discord subscription working? No, we haven't had it's open, but it's not chattable. Cause I'm trying to figure out if we've been trying to figure out if we're gonna like reopen the same server and make a new server. So it's like open, but it's like not open. The subscriptions are working though. Like if you have Divas, if you're in Divas, so one, it's the same server. It's just that the channels are private, so you can't see it when you're not a member, right? What's up, Jordy? Yeah, man. We played music on Friday, and I was like, after the stream, I was like, wait, why didn't we get copyrighted on like we usually get a lot of copyright if we play music throughout the stream, and then I realized that no one on stream heard it on Friday. It was only the Discord that heard it. We're playing tunes. See, 100 pips away from breaking Asian's high again. Can we get it? Or is that London high? That is London high. So can we get a pop here? Oh shit. 50 more pips. Can we get it? Or can we get a tap? I don't think we're gonna get the buys here. At 41 up. I think we'll get a wick entry sell though. 47.57 is what I got. I had 60 earlier, but then I moved it down towards where did I move it down towards? 5.7. I think I based it off of was it this? I don't think it was that. But it's a little below top wick area. 5.7, 21. So from here, 200 pips away. Right, so if it can just like tap into like 47, 41 and then fly straight through, we can get some wick entry sells at 5.7 and then stops at 5.7. I mentioned earlier they could be like 49.02, right? So it's pretty tight stops today. I think that's only like we can even be more aggressive too. I wouldn't say this is aggressive, but if you use this zone here, it's 1100. This zone here is 1434. I think this is like very close. We might as well just use this. Right, but still pretty tight stops. And then I think target area we're looking for maybe is like 47.41 or 47.33. All right, it's like 150 to like 200 pip range you got here. Maybe 300, 250 if you want to be more aggressive on the TP. But that's if it comes up towards 5.7, right? There is something at 41 monitor zone, but it's just re-breaking the London high. So I'm assuming if it re-breaks the high, it should give you like a little pop here above it, and hopefully you tap 5.7, right? Not just like a 4.9 or something. Then it's GG's. Discord is coming soon. Discord should be open soon. This month. He was asking about the current one. The current one is not open. Well, it's open, but it's not chattable. What is your sell at? My sell won't be until like 46.83, so it's a little far from where you are. Well, actually, if it comes up above 41, maybe 48, taps into 48 zones, we can move the sell zone from here up towards here instead. So below there, because then you'll be breaking the highs. It's like, why would you drive down? You come back, drive below the ranges. That's going to be your fake out back into this range here. And we can look for those sells. But it's going to require a further push up. The sells are like kind of far right now. What's up, man? Oh, unless you're talking about the wick entry sell, then I have a 47.57 zone, but I need to see that pop up towards above 41 here for me to get that. Yeah, either like we have wick entry sells today, or we get like continuation sells. But continuation sells are obviously further down because we need a lot more to confirm that we're gonna get continuation. Right now it's just in this range here, and hopefully picking up in volume. It's not bad. Like, I think this move up here was much better than this range here. Maybe I lied. I think the sell was maybe a lot stronger here, but yeah, hopefully this picks up. You have 12 minutes to NYC open, so better find out. Am I being optimistic for price to go to 4,800? I don't think so. I think like, no, I don't think so. It's just ideas, right? 4,800 is like up here. Just don't get like married to the idea, right? But I say stuff all the time. Like, I'll be like, oh, it would be nice if we could come down for a bottom wick here. It would be nice, not like it needs to, right? Not like it must in order for me to like move on with life. So same thing, if you like see 4,800 as a zone, like maybe you see like missing top wicks in here, right? So if you were to break back into this range here, you're gonna fill that range, tap into that zone, it makes sense. Question is, like, is it gonna break above 5.7 and start breaking to that range, right? But yeah, it's valid. Daily's pretty bullish right now too. All right, picking up again. Let's see. Can you get a pop here? Re-breaking the highs there. Let's see. No, I'll fix after the stream, Penzo. Oh yeah, simulation on Saturday though. For DSO1. Sim on this Saturday, yeah. I think we'll do same time as last time. I think around 10 a.m. Eastern. What's up, baby? Addy, how come you only say hi to like certain people? Like, how come you don't say hi to everybody? It's only a select few people. Could it be short position entry? Yeah, me unmute FGT. Yes, we could get short positions entry, but you're gonna have to tap into 5.7 so we can get a wick entry sell. So you mean you need to drop up a lot further, or you need to drop down a lot further at 46.83 to get continuation sells. So the closest thing we have right now is the wick entry sell, since it's like right there above 47.57. But still like 270, you know. Are you sure? You only say hi to Penzo. Bit me some. Man, that's all you see how I do. You only fuck up hands on bit me some? Damn, man. For real. Bro, trying to sabotage me. I'm just trolling with you, but there are people who come in and just say hi to a certain amount of people. I'm like, y'all only say hi to like 4 people and leave, including people out and stuff, man. Just say hi, everybody. I'm about to start pulling up the FL Studio. Yo, what's that game, like that sound game called? The one that's like Diode, the color game. Fall Guys. You tripping? Not Fall Guys. Sound game. The game where you gotta hear a certain it plays you like a frequency, and then you gotta like match it. It's like the color game. It shows you a color, and then you gotta match the color. Same company, I think, or some. Same game. You know what, man? Is that one? Incredible box. No, this is not the game. Arc Raiders? Alright, man. You know what? Oh, good, man. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, y'all know the game? Like, the game where you match frequency. It's like it plays you a sound for like a second, and then now you gotta like match it. It's like the color game that I played. Like, yeah, match the color. That's like a Google game. Bro, it's on Dow.gg. This game. Holy, I'm tone deaf. I'm gonna go back to do something I'm good at. Wait, what was it? 1500 pip stops? What are we gonna do here? 0.0. 1500 pip stops is 0. 0.7. 0.07. Cool. Chat, if you guys enjoying the stream, hit the like button. We are at 36 likes. Come on, man. 36 likes, chat. That's it. Can we get 100? 100 likes? It just requires 50 more people to hit the like button. I'm tone deaf. Must have forgotten. NYC open here 3 minutes ago. What did it do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Came down a little bit. And it is corrected within a minute here. Let's see if it picks up. So no news today, right? Not even a yellow folder. Nope. Nothing going on today. Got 66,000 traders online today. Wow. What's Bitcoin and oil doing here? Same range. First break can lead to a fake out. So if you start breaking back into 49.50, then that should be continuation. At least to here. How much is this range down? It's not bad. Here to here is 200. Not even sure on how to even measure oil. What's this pricing per watt? 9,700 per. What's the measurement for this? You guys know, chat? What's the measurement for this? 9,790 per watt. Peace out, Addy. Show us the measurement. 9,802. You know what? Is this the right one? Crude oil, right? Let's see here. Oh, it's 103. This is the one, right? Oh, a barrel. 103 barrel. What was this one again? This one was, I don't know what this one is. True. Damn, so we couldn't break into 47.40, and now you're just rejecting. So let's see, is this gonna be to make a steeper low, or is this gonna come down to create like a little bit of structure before, like kind of like how it did here, before making its way up again? I think the 47.57 entry will still be okay. Even if you do come down for like 47.15 from here, right? If it comes up and then comes down, then that's a little different. But from where you are right now, from where you kind of came down, should be good still. If we get the wick entry sales, if it comes back up. It's not bad. feel like the last couple of Mondays have been like the same. Like you haven't really moved too much on Mondays. Or it's been like really slow. Start the week off, and then like by the end of the week you pick up. So that's been the last couple of weeks here. One hour flip. Can we get a 1 hour flip here? 47.22. 4 hour flip too. $50 pips away, 44 pips away. It's not bad. What's up, Eddie? But nobody on Warzone right now. That game is dead. You know what's making a comeback though? Apex Legends. People playing it again. Holy man. I'm tired. The goal's not really helping. this the glitch? So it didn't break into it didn't break above 47.41. So if it comes up towards 41, like at least break that high, then we could get ideas below here, right? But I would like to see this come up, at least break into the zone or break the high, at least break the high. If it's from here, then I think same thing. We'll leave 46.83 because I don't know if this is enough structure, right? You can easily come down like this, and then after you come down, you can easily just come back into the range. Right, that'll just be your higher low, that'll be your liquidity, that'll be your fake out, and then you get your continuation. Right? But if it comes up like this for like the third time now, right? Like you got 1, 2, 3, third time. It's like, why aren't you driving up? For some reason, let's say it doesn't drive up, and then it shifts back into the range here. Then that could be your continuation of sell. Take you down towards like 46.83. Yeah, because that's the third time. It's like, why aren't you gonna drive up? And that'll be your continuation up. Waiting about buys 710, 715. Like wick entry buys? I don't have any ideas. Like I don't have any wick entry buys at all today, I think. So I think I have continuation buys ideas, but I don't have wick entry buys because it's not really directionally bullish. At least yet. So I can't really, I mean, which is a 710, that's like around this minor zone here, right? Yeah, there's a zone there, so you could get reactions off of it. It depends like how far you're looking to take it. I can't really give you an answer because I'm looking for price to just kind of break out this range here. Oh shit, here we go. What is this? Can we get a pop? $90 pip minute candle, it's not bad. Some decent volume. Don't you think a scalp sell from 47.35 to 47.05 is good? I literally just said that I have a range here and I'm waiting for information to print, and that information won't print until you break out. So if you're asking me about a sell or something, I guess I have no idea because I'm not looking for anything there, so I can't give you an answer on something that I'm not really looking for, right? You might get a wick entry. Sorry, chat. Let's see, 47.35. We're close. We're like 110 pips away here. Can you make your way up towards 5.7? So get ready. Remember, our stops earlier, if we get the wick entry sells from here, was gonna be 47 or 49.07. So let's see. Can you re-break the highs? You tapped the top of the range here, right? So if you were to come, like if, right, it should go up, but for some reason it doesn't. If it comes back into the ranges below here, we can look for ideas below here now, because now you have enough of a high, a lower high here, right? And we can get some ideas below those zones there. But finally broke the highs there, right? But can it make its way up? Still holding 41 here. How much was this candle here? This was 130. Yeah, so volume is like much better now, right? It's about to be 10 a.m. too, so you have a 1 hour closure in 9 minutes. Damn, man. 120 bips away. All right, can we get some? Can we get some? You flipped on the, or I think you're about to flip on the 4 here. So can it make its way below 47.09? Or is it gonna flip bullish now? For the 4th time you break the highs at 41. Take a look at oil. Wait, wrong one, right? Did I just mark it up earlier? yeah, I think we called this out earlier. How like first break can be a fake out and you can get that range fill. I think we had it down to like something like these zones. Yeah, because this is the first breakout, right? And it's kind of still following this pusher. So likely to get like some type of bottom wicks within this range, and then it's a matter if it can hold. If it starts breaking below here, then you can get continuation probably down towards here, towards like these zones. If you hold, then as you break back above here, you should get continuations, right? I think if I were you, I'll wait for this to kind of play out now because you already got that bottom wick move. So now you're trying to figure out direction, right? Whether this is like some type of lower high to continue down with this initial high, or if we're gonna make our way back above into like here to make our way up. But yeah, not bad. How much was that? This is per gallon, right? Yeah. or per barrel, you know. $2 minutes here, let's see. So 1 hour close. Like you've barely moved today. I think there's a move low and up here. Like I think this has just been volume, right? But you're still like really far away from direction. Getting direction today. Maybe like at least a couple of moves to direction. But this was just like the first set of volume that's barely touched the surface. Because it broke out of the range, right? So that's good. That's like the first set of volume. You should start to see like a lot more in this start to come through today. I think your biggest candle was maybe this one right here, right? On the 5. This bearish one, like 100, 200 pip candle. That was your biggest candle since the session. What's up, Wicked? Chat, 310 people, 64 likes. Chat, really, bro? 64 likes on a free stream. Can we get 100? At least 100. We got 64, 65 now. 70. Can we get 130 more? Okay, 78. Okay. We got news there. I mean, 1 hour opening here. Let's see. Are we getting some volume? Oh, actually, you do have news. You have existing home sales. But how much was this range earlier? You should be able to move more in this today, like 360. You got another 360 to go in one direction. I don't know where yet, but I think this is just the start, guys. I don't think we've had a move yet of the day. What do you guys rate today, though? 5? I'll say 5. It broke the highs, so that's good. Broke the seal, the volume seal. Five out of 10. Do you have a bias right now? No, I don't. I never really have a bias. Like I do have a bias, but it's more of like what part of like the market cycle we're in, either drive range or liquidity. I don't really have like a bullish or bearish bias, because you can grab moves within both of the ends, unless it's like, you know, like my bias is usually whatever direction price is pushing. So I'll say as of right now, I think we've been like more so bearish for the last couple of weeks here, just off of these pushes coming down. But like, that doesn't mean that we can't get like our buys too, right? Also, Friday's move came down, huh? The one like I think Friday we're looking for a push down, and it didn't happen until we hopped off around 11. A correction of this entire range here, right? You see how like slow this entire push was, and then like the move down wasn't too crazy. I thought you'll get a lot more out of it, but then obviously market opening, I was like your correction of that, right? But this is just like fraud. It was very slow on the way up. All right, re-breaking our lows there. So can you get a pop here? Down towards 4703. All right, and then for continuation for sells, I don't think it'll be like anything right below here. It'll probably be like second re-break stuff will apply for the continuation into like 4678. But I'm gonna have to see how it comes down here the rest of the move. Right, and then we gotta see like how the volume is on the way down, how the structure is, and then we gotta wait to see this break the lows. But there is some minor zones here, right, at like 46.94. But yeah, I think we're still like maybe 200 pips away from breaking our lows. So 200 pips from there, and then also I think 200 pips away from breaking the highs, so still in the same range we're in this morning. The only difference is that you broke outside the highs first, so that's key indication of volume kicking in. But we're still in the middle. Like this can also be a higher low, right? Within the ranges. Is this a glitch? Let's see. I know earlier we said continuations that we can look for would be below here, but let's say it comes up again for a top wick. It doesn't need to break 41, but like here, let's say it comes up towards there. I think that's going to be your 1 hour flip again, right? That should lead to a wick fill. But let's say it comes up towards 47.30 again, pulls back towards there, and then all of a sudden it doesn't continue. It starts to re-break the lows. We can even get some continuations within this range, right? On the way down towards the bottom of the range, so 47.04. I would like to see a top wick. So if you can get that, there's a chance that we can get it a lot earlier, right? So we just basically moved this this sell range for down higher up today based on the structure. So I think we started the session off by looking for like sells below 46.78, and then once it broke above 41, we moved it towards like 4,700 basically. And then if you get a 1 hour flip here into 32, right? Because every time that you come up, it should be like, that should be the drive up, right? If this is a higher low to continue up. So it's very key. If you come up and then doesn't continue, starts to come back down and re-break, obviously volume matters too. The way it comes down afterwards matters, but we can start moving the zones further down. So it could be even below here, right? But I would like to see it tap into like 32 zones for me to get that. For our flips there. I'm gonna get some more water. Can we get a pop here? Can we get some volume? $10.09. I think if we're still like within these ranges, about like 10:45, I'm gonna call it. So now like 35 minutes. Still got a lot of time, but let's get into 11 here. How far was that? 26 pips away. Womp womp womp. Alright. So still got a lot to wait for. News tomorrow? Yeah. That's the only day of the week this week. For our leg candle, I think it's a doji. Yeah, I'll consider it a doji, like doji bearish. You could treat it like one though. If you treat it like one, then I mean you already got the body reaction, so yeah, I could still feel that wick too. What are we doing for the month there? Wow, we only had 3 trades this month. Just yawning. Yawning. Ooh, what is this? Is this something? Is this some volume? This candle is so far 666 pips. 648. So can we get a push? 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 So like we couldn't come up towards like 47.32. Yeah, I would like to see 47.32. So if it drops, it drops here. I can't really do much here on this. If there is continuation until 4,700. If you tap the blue zone before coming down, then I think as you are breaking these areas right now, I would assume you get this continuation down, right? Still a chance for a top wick, right? But this is breaking the lows for the 4th time now, so you can get a pop here in front of your eyes. How much was this range? This was 100 pips, 9 pips, not bad. You see a double top on the 15. You're not wrong. It is there are 2 highs there, yeah. 47, 41. You are not wrong. There's also double bottom though. Or actually no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadruple bottom. Quadruple bottom versus double top. Could be interesting too, but now that we have like a steeper bottom wick, right? Because remember earlier, I don't know, someone asked about earlier if this was like enough to the one at 738, like these bottom wicks here. Someone asked if that was like enough to take price up, and I said like I'm not sure if like that's gonna be the bottom wick to take you up completely. Like you can still feel the range, right? Like as you hover within these areas. And price filled the range, right? And then now it's like it's coming down again. So like this is your first low. It's like second time. Like if this isn't the low, then this should be able to come down. But let's say this flips now, right? Let's say you start flipping and you start making your way back up above like 40. That's your higher low. So there's a much like higher chance now that this low will be the one that holds, right? Because you were creating structure, higher lows, and then as you break your way up, make your way up towards like 47.40, that could then be your continuation up towards 47.57. So there could be some ideas for buys there for us even too, right? Instead of above like 5.7, we can look for them above 40 because you have more structure now. right? We don't know if this is gonna reject, right? We also don't know if this is gonna come down, but like things are more set up now for both directions. So earlier we were kind of missing like this, right? You broke the highs already. Like, why didn't you drive? Not sure. If it comes back down, or there's a zone there, right? But now that it's coming down, right, you can say, okay, could this be your structure, right, to follow the move from Friday and Sunday, right? And then we can look for sells below here if this is, right? But you'll be able to see it come down and break those lows, and then you'll see it like create structure, and we'll have a lot of range. But it can even still come down, break the lows, and then shift back into the range, right? That's also an idea too. But it's like you're a lot closer now than you were at 8 with the movements that you have here, and the volume too. All right, the volume only kicked in at like 945, 950. Right? Another thing to pay attention to as well is like this range here. So like this move up wasn't too crazy. It was decent, right? It was okay. But if you start coming down and it's a 1-2 pop, which could form from here, then that's going to give you a lot of information based off of volume, right? And which direction is more dominant on the smaller time from here. But yeah, pay attention to this, right? Came down to like near the low, didn't break it yet, or didn't break it. So let's see if this flips. If this does flip, then it could get pretty wild for the session. That's a 1 hour flip too. So you still got a lot of time in the 1 hour candle. You got like 37 minutes left. So a lot of time. I'll put it somewhere there. I think next zone below, next zone will be 46.97 here. And then sells for us will be more so below below here, below like 46.94. I wouldn't say below here. Below here you can still get like a higher low, and then it can still be like a fake out, right? Because then this is the first time you're breaking below the range as well, right? You haven't had direction set yet. But below here, like a little below these areas, 46.94. Below there, you should have more range here. Below there to come down towards like 46.78. I think that's your 170 pip range. Four, 6, 6, 8. That's not bad. Dude, you keep switching from sell, buy, and sell. I'm not switching. I have both ideas. Like I'm breaking down like at what zones I look for buys out. I'm also breaking down for what zones I'm looking for sells out. I never said I only have one idea or one bias. This is why I don't have a bias. I have like a bias in terms of what range we're in, like or what market cycle we're in, right? So drive range of liquidity. We're in like a range cycle right now. All right, this is your range cycle that leads to liquidity next. So when you have liquidity cycle, you have ideas for fake outs. Here, look. So when you have your range cycle, it's a little more tough, but range liquidity, right? Range slash liquidity, because you're going into the liquidity cycle next. But right now we're in more so like this slash this, right? So you have fake outs you can take, you have breakouts. So fake outs and breakouts you can take. For instance, if this is your, we even have wick entry buys here too. We can get to a 668 if it comes down, but this is your range, right? After your massive move up since market open yesterday, you can get a fake out, which is going to be like plenty of examples, but come up above the range here, and then let's say you come back to the range. That can be a fake out we can take, right? We can also take this if this were to just continue down towards the bottom of the range, and let's say we don't have anything there, comes back to the range. We can also get buys, right? Breakouts would just be at this point now above 47.40, right? Because this is the range we're in. So if we were to break the lows, it's like, why would it come up again? If it does come up again, and that's your breakout. So it's like buys and sells. It's not just like one or the other. Right? But like bias is like, depends on where you're looking at it from, what time frame, right? If you look at it from like the 1 hour time frame, you can say that, okay, over the last couple of 1 hour candles, structure looks to seem more bullish, but you are missing some type of bottom wicks to confirm that we're bullish. You're missing more structure, you're missing more liquidity, right? Which means that you can get a drop for a bottom wick here before making your way up potentially. So we don't know that, right? Because it can just drop, and then if it creates structure, then that's your continuation. But key thing is that structure. It can also could have had these massive moves from Thursday, Sunday, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And then this right here could be your lower highs, and that might be enough to take you all the way down. You might not need more structure, but either way, we'll still wait for that structure below here to confirm that move for us. If you were to get continuation back into this range here, right? It's like, depends on like how you're looking at it, where you're looking at it from. It's not as like black or white, like, oh, we can't look for sells, or we gotta only look for buys here. Because the way we set it up is for both or multiple ideas, right? We have multiple ideas within the day if we're lucky with volume. So it's not switching, it's just like what is being presented to you at the moment. With the information you have, what makes the most sense in that moment. Oh, let's see. Could get some volume here to get continuation. Go wick fill there. How about I break the lows? 3-minute flipping again. So let's see. Is the 1 hour gonna flip still? I think daily flips again at 94, right? On MT5, 94. So still no direction yet for the day, chat. Slowly creeping in volume, but that's like basically it. Maybe you'll pick up now. Two 4-leg candles. True. Yeah, basically on the 4, like I think once we confirm that this is actually your lower high by just structure, you can get a continuation overall, right? Back into the ranges. And hopefully at least that leg can I don't know if it's gonna happen this session. It's still pretty slow here. But yeah, you have a high there. It's just about lower highs here, right? You haven't had any like significant pullback since this push down. Maybe this could be something though. Nice lower high. You have a 5 leg. How much is this leg candle? 52 pips, not bad. Not bad at all. Price has been ranging for 705 for 740. Feels like consolidation. Well, yeah, it is consolidation until you break out. Could he be pushing up for a topic of the 1? It could be, but then if you start getting like I think this is the first time you are actually. This is the first time you're making a lower high. So if you get more of those, then chances are slim to make a 1 hour flip, right? Because like it should be driving up on all these pushes up, but for some reason it doesn't. That's now lower high to make more lower lows, right? But whenever you're in a situation where you have to ask that question, right? Or just in general, like it doesn't like we don't have enough confirmations to lead to that, there's not much we can really do. Right? Like imagine like you have half the info that you could be having for confirmations, and then you enter. This is a little bit more difficult after. So the same goes here, right? Like how do you know if the 1 hour is gonna flip? Well, you need more structure on a small time frame to confirm that. Oh, look right here, right? So this is a low. This could be higher low. If it breaks the highs, let's say it comes up, higher low again. This is still your lower high to come down, right? But let's say now you have higher low, higher low, higher low. As it re-breaks those highs, that can be a flip. That can lead to a flip. At that point, you'll have a much better chance of flipping or getting ideas for continuations up to flip, right? And then that's when you can start looking for positions and stuff. Because the 4 also just flipped too, right? The 4 can also be, like this could be enough of a lower high to take you down. There's a possibility of that too. The thing is, between the 1 flip and the 4 flip, it's still kind of far. It's like 120 pip difference. So there's still a range there, which is good because it gives you enough room to confirm the 4. Like if you were to come up here, you flip, right? It doesn't mean anything on the 4. 4 still has a high here. Then you come back down. It's like, okay, what do you have now? Lower highs, right? This is your initial high. This is how close it came. That should have been the one that took you up. It doesn't. Comes back into the ranges. Back below here, what can you take? Continuations at that point, right? Because then what just happened is you have basically you have this. Let's say you come up for a top wick and then you come back down, right? All you really have here is just lower highs. All right, get my point, right? You have like lower highs here to continue. So like a million possibilities though with like where you're kind of sitting. This is a pretty nice 5-minute leg count though. You got a body reaction already too. So you have now, yeah, you have lower highs. If you were to kind of come back into the leg candle area, that's your leg candle fill. And then there's a higher chance that the 1 hour won't flip bearish then. If you start breaking back below there, below these areas, right? So that's a very key zone now. And then, yeah, below there can probably take you down into 94, but I think much safer zones are like 4703 because you know like there's already a support there, right? But in case you break through that, it'll be a bottom wick for these zones. So next upper zone approaches is like 4694. Let's see, can you get a leg candle fill? If you can get a steeper top wick, that'd be nice. Earlier we wanted to see this zone being tapped for me to get the sells down here, but we missed it, or the move didn't tap into the blue zone by maybe 35 pips there, right? But then it just drove. That's what I was waiting for earlier. So same thing here too. If you can get a tap into like 24, right? Because then you're like, how far away from the flip is that? That's like maybe 59 pips away from the flip. Like you're right there basically. Like you're much closer to the flip than breaking the lows. It's like at that point you should be flipping bullish. So if it taps that zone and it doesn't flip bullish, comes back below 4712, that can be your continuation for sells. All right, let's say you do that, and then let's say after that you decide to come back down. This below here, you can look for the continuation. So a lot of times it's just not like we're predicting that this is what's gonna happen. It's just like we're just drawing our ideas. And if one of the ideas tend to land, then that is your confirmation, right? That's your move. But if it doesn't, then we can't just sit here waiting for price to move. $15 into it might be a 15 leg candle maybe. I'm gonna try BRB. All right, so look, coming up now, right? Like this should, like generic price action should like flip you on the one, right? If it can tap into 24, that'd be nice. Just tap into that high, because then below the blue zone we can look for some, right? That's like, this will be the steepest top wick you've had since this move down. Like, we don't know if it's gonna come down, but if it does, that's like high chance this is your lower high, right? And then the 1 hour candle will have a much more difficult time flipping, just because now you have like add-on structure, right? First high, and then you have like a bunch of mini highs, but nothing too crazy. This is your first lower high basically. So as you make your way back below here, that should give you a range fill into this range here, and that range fill will be a 78 pip range. Let's see, can we tap into 24 though? We have a leg count in the minute, so it should be. I think we can use this high here, 48.64. If we get the sells below the blue zone, 1500 pips. They have a leg count on the 15 too, so very slow on the way up here too in terms of volume. So let's see if we can get a 1-2 pop back into the range. Came close here, that's fine. We can apply something else below the blue zone too, like a second rebreak or something to get rid of that if that was an issue. But yeah, it came like 13 pips away from there. So let's see, could we get a leg candle fill below into this range here? It's a 15 leg candle, it's also a 5 leg candle too. And I think you have like 40-50 pip advantage points until the next zones. So below here, and then more so here too. And if you can break into 03, it's like could get a runner. So very slow move up, and then 1-2 correction so far. Can it fill the rest of the range now? Then it just comes down to like the low like extra confirmations, like the lower highs in the minute and stuff, right? Just the structure on the small time frame is what matters then, below the blue zone. But that's your leg candle. You already got the leg candle body reaction earlier, right? And I think for 1,500 pip stops, if that's what it's going to be, it's going to be 0.06 lot or 0.07 lot for me. All right, second body reaction. So 30-minute flips here. One's gonna leave a wick fill probably too, unless it fills it now. So can you make your way below the blue zone here? You want to see below 13 here. So probably just you want to see like a push through, and then pull back. You have a low. The second rebreak is gonna be your sell. Okay. So get ready here. Could get a position. You need to see this pop through though. I want to see like 13, 20 now would be nice, at least there. All right, so there's a pop. Now, can it be a pullback and then a rebreak? Pullback. So this felt like your next advantage point is right here at 47.09, right? It's only like a 9 pip advantage point. So that's okay. We can look for below 47.05 if it's directional, right? Because then now you're approaching like this minor support here too. But if you're looking for, I was hoping you can just like pop down and then pull back and then re-break, and we had some nice advantage points here coming down. But that was your push, that was your move, right? So what's next could be continuation, because this is still not continuation. This is just more of like back into the range. It's hovering the range, but at least you have a leg candle fill, and you have you've had that push up that should have drove up, but for some reason it didn't. Come back down, less chance of flipping on the one, more confirmation to continue down, and that was what the idea was based off of, right? But now that's kind of your advantage point is kind of dead there. You want to wait for a direction, which is more so below, I wouldn't even say here, I would say more so below 94. There could be a chance we can get 05, but, or there could still be a chance we can get sells below here. Maybe if you get a top wick again, we can get more sells below here. It's like you come up again, it's like, hello? Are you not going to just continue driving up now? Right? That's going to be your 15-minute flip. It's like you should drive up. But let's say it comes up again, doesn't drive, comes back down to re-break the lows. That's, you can just take your sells below 09 straight down. And that should be like some volume here. Because I think even this wasn't too crazy for volume, right? It was a bit faster than this move up, but it could be a lot better than that. So let's see. Also could still be continuation of buys, right? Above 47.41. If you come up there. But yeah, that was pretty close. That was the closest one yet today. I think that was like one of the only ideas we had. Leg candle is this candle. It's just a wick fill, but It's a specific candle, and we're looking for a certain particular movement in it. I need to make a like kind of video though. 15 filled it too. Kinda 15.5. Like filled like 90% of it. Still a little bit to go, but very small range, right? So let's remove this. We don't need this no more. We don't need this no more. You have a leg kind of right here too. But who was that FGT earlier that asked that question about the 1 hour flip? Like that's how I'll explain it. Like instead of like assuming, right, whether or not you're gonna flip or making it like a habit to assume, just like, well, look at it and like look to see if you have enough confirmations to not flip, like regardless of what your bias is, if it's to flip or not to flip, right? But like look at the small time frame, because it's gonna give you a lot of information. All right, obviously come down to the last 5 minutes now, so let's just like kind of rip up. But you can see how like looking at that lower high, right, and then coming back into the ranges, much lower chance to flip. And then sometimes that can be an idea on its own too, that you can take. I think we can get rid of this zone here. This zone's irrelevant now. Let's get rid of this zone too. And just one massive range. Chat, are you guys already confused? Some people say they're confused. You can't be confused because we're not looking for, or we haven't had any positions yet. It's not like I'm taking like buy, sells here. I'm looking for like whatever we mentioned this morning, right? If you guys are confused, you just need maybe like a little bit more like time on the streams, to be honest. You need at least like 8 months here. 8 months to like maybe a year to get like a small understanding, and you gotta apply the rest with time, or to get a decent understanding, not small, a decent understanding. But if you're confused, might be because you're coming from a different strategy, or you're used to like how like social media might trade, for instance. We got like 2 more minutes here, and then I think we'll set like a session stop loss. So yeah, we'll figure out what that zone is, and then we'll place it. And then if it's half, we'll call it a day, right? Do you only stick with one strategy? Yeah. I mean, in trading Bible, it states you should have about 3 strategies. If you gonna look at the trading Bible to learn how to trade, you damn lost the plot, man. What you mean trading Bible? I mean, look at the charts. Look at the charts. What do you see? What makes sense to you? Forget the trading Bible. Throw it out the window, man. Just look at the charts. Be like, what do you see on a consistent basis? Right? It's like, what else does the trading Bible say? Don't trade Monday and Fridays. You know, have a positive RR. If anything, we go against the trading Bible. We are the complete opposite. Negative RR. Multiple biases within a day. One strategy, I guess. What does, you know, who made the trading Bible, you know? But like, what do you see? Like, you know, what do you see from the charts? Just throw all that out the window. It's all noise. All the sayings and just shit you hear all the time that's just like repeated. It's like, what do you see? It's like, you see the light candle? Okay, cool. How many times you see a light candle? A lot. All right, what's your light candle win rate? Like, how often does it play out, right? If it's high, it's high. Perfect. You found a working strategy. Wait, now it's what? Yo, Don, is my light candle strategy profitable? It's like, in your journal, you know, if it has a high win rate, if you see it, it's consistent, it's a working strategy. You yourself can make your own trading Bible, your own playbook, basically. I've never heard of 3 strategies though. 3 strategies is like, I don't know. You can have 3 market cycles. Different plays for each cycle. Yo, you're coming back down to re-break the lows there. So is it gonna give you a pop here? 1 hour opening. Wow. 2 minutes into the candle, you have 100 pips here. Are you gonna flip or are you gonna re-break to continue here? Going to make one. Yeah, that's your playbook basically, right? You make that, you're set. Your own trading Bible. All right, Farzo. Spreads are pretty tight here. Let's see. I think once we make a low, I think I might put like a session stop loss in the lows. I think lows can take a little longer to set up today. Let's remove this. This might not be too valid of a zone. Next zone is 46.94. So is it gonna give you a bottom wick? True. Let's see. Can we get the glitch? Broke the lows there. So that's cool. Let's see. Is a 1 hour gonna flip, or are we gonna get a push through? I'm new. What confirmation is looking for? If so, is your bias short or long? I don't have a. We don't have a bias right now. We're looking for We're looking to see if this 1 hour is on the flip or not. That could lead to more ideas. So we're just waiting for volume to kind of kick in. Like this is a pretty volatile candle to start the session, but we're looking for like directional necks, right? Or confirmations of directions next. Because I think this is the first time you're breaking the lows here all morning, right? And also the first time you broke the highs today. So it's like you broke both ends, but you still haven't found direction yet. So I'm just trying to see if this is gonna lead to something, because you need that to trade. So that's my bias. $47.02 tapped here. Can we tap 94 next? If you come straight down here, chat, towards 78, we can get a 78 wick entry buy. That's also a possibility. I think that was one of the ideas from earlier too. $47.68, I think, right? Still far, but could also be one of the ideas next. If you flip on the one or start flipping on the one here, I'm gonna start placing the session stop loss below the 1 hour lows because it's 11 now. It's a little late into the session, or at least my trading window. Bad to the chat. Like, I wouldn't give it a 6, like 5.5 still. Like, we had one very close idea, the leg candle fill for sells. That was all we had today. Asian should be pretty good, I think, though, because like you're breaking on now or late NY. Asian should be pretty good. Hopefully tomorrow NY you're not just like same range as today, but you need a session that continues in order to like overnight London or Asian in order to not be in the same cycle tomorrow. And tomorrow you have a CPI, right? Or no, PPI, core PPI at 8:30. So it's not bad. PPI is like, I'll say maybe C folder, CD on the tier list. It's like a hit or miss. Better than nothing, right? What's the session stop loss? So my trading window is from 8 until like 11. So after 11, I just sometimes I don't hop off right away, but I'll set like a session stop loss. So I'll just cut down a bunch of ideas until I'll narrow it down to like a couple, usually in one bias or one direction only. Like for right now, the closest thing that we have right now will be, I'll say buys, because continuation of sells could be possible, but you still need to see, like, you still need to see a push here, and then you need to see structure, right? So I don't know how long that structure is gonna take to form. But for the buys, like, these are all your bottom wicks here, so all I need to do is really just flip, and then above here could be ideas for buys. So then I'll start placing a session stop loss, like if this kind of were to flip or come near flipping, like here, I'll place like a session stop loss below there, so that when price, or if price decides to come back down to re-break these lows here, I'll hop off, because you still need that structure to form below here anyways for us to get the idea. Right, so if you break that low, I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen next, then we just hop off. If it was like, you know, 8 right now or 9, we'll be here for sure, right? Waiting to see, because then we have a lot of time to wait for that structure to create, and then that continuation. That's usually what I'll do at the end of my session, my trading window. So some people have trading windows from like, you know, 8 to 12. Some people start trading at this time, 11 for NY. So just depending on what your time is. It's bearish candle in 4? Yeah, it's a long time though. 4 hours. Well, 2 hours on this broker at least. Can we make our way back above 47.24? Or is this it? Is it just gonna be in this range or continue down for the session? I guess we'll find out. The best thing about trading is that you always find out. There's always an answer. You just gotta wait for it. If you have the patience to wait for it, sometimes you have an early answer. And then you're like, damn, I should have waited for the other move. But you want to be very patient and not sell down for less, or else that happens to you. Because sometimes you're sitting there for so long, you're like, oh, where's the volume at? All of a sudden, 11:25 comes out. Boom, 1 minute count breaks out. You're like, huh? And then you get in because you think that that's the move. But then when you zoom out and look at the price action, it's like, you're not even set up to move yet. So time is irrelevant in trading. $168 What's that, 5'6"? I don't know. 5'6" is like, I don't know. If you're 5'6", I feel like you have to work out. A lot of short dudes is like, all they do is work out because they don't have a height advantage, right? So they need a width advantage. Imagine being short. That's crazy. Now imagine being short and trading unfunded. That's even crazier. We should not buy at this stage. I need to come up a little, like a lot higher, like 20, at least above 24, like 33 ideally. So there's a chance. Just comes down to price here, whether. I will place a session stop loss now, chat. I'm gonna place it right here. on the break of the low. Matter of fact, forget the break of the low. Let's place it here below that wick. Sorry, man. My apologies. Six. Not 6. What's 176 centimeters like? That's like 5'8", 5'8", 5'9". Where the music? It's printing. Gold reprinting like instrument notes. You just gotta follow it. It'll give you a melody eventually. That's a wrap for me. Thanks, Don. See ya, Hunter. I'll see you tomorrow. Man, what app you use for drawing your screen? I use Zoom annotations. So you don't even gotta buy Zoom. You can just like, if you don't have a meeting, because I don't use Zoom for meetings, right? So you just use it for free. Just share your screen. That's it. Download the app, make an account, share your screen, and then boom, unlimited tools. Warzone stream when? Warzone? Do people still play Warzone for real? That's the second time today. What Call of Duty is out right now? Like Black Ops 7? And how come they released I swear they released 2 Black Ops in a row. Looking for big cells? Hey man, let's hope you get your big cells. I think below 94 is gonna be very directional. If you can pop down below there. I think the most you've moved today was maybe this 15 candle, right? How much is this candle? Or maybe this bullish. This bullish one was at like 220. This bearish one is 180. Yeah, I think that bullish one at what time frame am I on? 15. The one at 9:45. That was your first set of volume, and then more volume at 11. That's basically it, though. I'm gonna move it up towards here, 05. So what do you guys rate to them? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate price? With like how many ideas you got today? Four? Damn, that's harsh. 10 out of 10 stream, thank you, man. A little snoozer stream on a Monday. Man, did we get 100 likes, chat? Oh, we did. 112. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. I think that's all, guys. I think I'm gonna dip off. I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we have some news, okay? We got core PPI 8:30, so we'll be here for that. Other than that, chat, just like maybe one idea today we had ideas for the leg candle fill here, and that was it. Maybe we had a wick entry idea too. Wick entry sells at 5.7, but that was quite far, so only one idea that came close today. But not bad. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. Not bad. It's okay. But it's only Monday, right? So no need to force it. No need to rush anything. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, chat. Peace out. Have a good rest of the day. Appreciate you guys being here today. Peace, peace.
Chose my pimpin', I'm a real one. I'm with 5 thick strippers and some lesbians. Yellow diamond, got this yellow bitch cross-eyed. You ain't down for the game, you get.
Show look good to me. Now would you please swing my way? Shorty swing my way. Swing it over here, shorty.
In the middle of nowhere and I still found you. Gripping on your butt when it's gripping on your butt when it's time for round 2. Me and all my niggas is the same. Me and all my niggas cut from the same way. If it come down to it, who gon' take? If it come down to it, who gon' take a charge? I breach from the back end. Shit suckin' like a vacuum. Pants sagging, it's a Mac 10. Choke a nigga like a classroom. Show. You know a nigga like me just tryna cut your head. I don't want no problems. I don't want no ties, baby. You know a nigga like me just tryna cut head. Jump shot for you hit the bed. Real tight, real wet down your leg. You know niggas cowards and I say it. I devour it, yeah. Let me stick it, let me stick it. Bring that drink my way. Bring that purse my way, baby girl. Bring that mouth my way. Bring that mouth my way. I'm the flow shaker, I'm the trump beater, I'm the whole sticker. You the ass kisser, you the store runner.